So I just came back from the theater watching Godzilla Minus One to see if it was all worth the hype admission, and turns out it really was worth the hype. I'm not excited to say that this is one of the best movies of the year, but it most likely is movie of the year right here. It's on par with Across Spider-Verse and Oppenheimer. And the fact that this all came from a Godzilla movie tells you that Tahoe did something right here. And honestly, it's not just one of my favorite foreign movies of all time, but it might as well just be one of my favorite movies of all time. And before we get into the story, let's talk about the big G himself, Godzilla. Yeah, we got Monster vs. Godzilla, who's my favorite all-time version of the character, and he's preserving the peas, more an anti-hero Godzilla, which is very cool. It's like, I like that version of Godzilla the best. But then we got Toho's Godzilla Minus One Godzilla, and let me just say, he is terrifying from the start. He's menacing, he's brutal, he's back to being his 1955 self again, like all that other scary stuff. This right here is the type of movie that would put Hollywood monster movies to shame, especially with the VFX done right here. The Japanese really stepped up their game, and honestly, most of it was done through a $15 million budget, which is just ridiculous because the fact that most Hollywood movies nowadays is the CGI just looks kind of garbage in comparison to this. So now we talk about the big G himself. Let's talk about the story. So the story is about a kamikaze pilot who witnessed Godzilla kill his men, and also he's trying to warn the rest of Japan about his existence. And the setting takes place in post-World War II Japan, and honestly, that was a very smart move on the director and Taho's part. And along the way, we get dealt with themes such as survivor's guilt and PTSD, and all that just hits you right in the gut. And all in all, it's always a known fact that Godzilla is meant to be a stand metaphor for the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and they perfectly represent that here very well. The choreography was stunning, it was beautifully shot. The soundtrack, oh my god, the soundtrack, it was beautifully composed. It paid a good love letter homage to the original 1950s film, and honestly, chef's kiss. And the acting was brilliant. Also, Godzilla was a menace and a terrifying monster in this film. Honestly, this is definitely the best Godzilla film, in my opinion.